Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Insurgency on the GeForce GTX 1060 3GB. I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip turn up those sections of the video, check the timestamps down in the description. So first of all, I'll show you 1080p on the i5-8400 using the maximum settings and 4x MSAA. But if you want to do 8x, you are completely free to do so. Then I switch to the i3-8100 and I show you 1080p using the same settings as the i5, so you can have an idea on what's the difference between those two CPUs in this game. Of course, the i5 will do a better job, but I wasn't expecting that from a game of this age, which is always good to see when a game takes advantage of a faster CPU. Then I switch to 1440p and once again I show you the maximum settings, but this time around using 2x MSAA. Some people say that MSAA at 1440p is pointless, but it depends on the size of your screen, at what distance you are from the screen, all that kind of stuff. So some people might like to use MSAA even at 1440p. And finally at 4K, in order to maintain 60 frames per second, I had to lower scope detail to medium, disable soft particles, lower effect detail to medium, turn off anti-aliasing, and that was about it. The game stayed over 60 frames per second most of the time. If you max it out, it can usually drop below 60 frames per second when using a scope or when there's a firefight going on and there are a lot of effects on screen, so that's something to keep in mind. I previously tested this game on the GTX 750 Ti, then 1050 Ti, and both of those cards more than capable of doing 1080p maximum settings over 60 frames per second, so on something better than that, you won't have any issues using maximum settings even at 1440p. So usually when I have to lower the settings is when I'm trying to do 4K, especially on the 1050 and 1050 Ti. If you need better performance, first of all lower the scope detail. In this game, scopes don't zoom in the whole camera like most games. Here only the scope zooms in like in real life, and that hits performance a lot. So the scope detail will just control the quality of it. If you use low, it will have a lot of aliasing. So yeah, in this one, while using scopes, it should be a massive FPS boost. And then overall, by just lowering effects, shader and global shadow detail, that should also give you a performance boost. Those four options, I consider them the most important, especially if you're doing beyond 1440p on modern GPUs. And if you're targeting high frame rates, the game can use a lot of CPU. I noticed a difference between the G4560 and i3-8100, 2 cores 4 threads versus 4 cores 4 threads. Usually the G4560, when looking very far into the distance using a scope, it can drop below 60 frames per second, usually in the low 50s. It's the minority of the time, but you can notice it. Then an i3-8100 versus an i5-8400, that's 4 cores 4 threads versus 6 cores 6 threads. That can be the difference between having 100 frames per second and 80 frames per second. The i5-8400 can get also into the 200 FPS mark in some parts, so it's good to see that this game can take advantage of a faster CPU. But yeah, overall, due to the age of the game and the fact that it's using the source engine, it makes sense that it's getting good frame rates. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video, thanks for watching and see you next time.
If you find any of their caches, destroy them. It'll disorganize them and help thin them out. You see a cache, destroy it.
Heads up! New mag in!
Hey, we're taking Alpha!
Hey! Help!
There are no hostiles at Alpha. We are taking Bravo.
I'm changing my magazine!
Alpha has been secured. Good job. We're also friendly.
Okay. Friendly has been hit!
Out. zone now. Nice, we just took Bravo.
Reloading!
Found a cache. Anyone got explosives? We've got a man down. It's in this area. Insurgents will try to retake them, so set up defenses. If you find any of their caches, destroy them. It'll disorganize them and help thin them out. We're taking Alpha. We lost the map. We lost a friendly. We lost a friendly. We lost a man. Alpha has been secured. Good job. We've got a man down. Man down.
No, I need help! Okay, we've got friendlies on Bravo. It's being taken. No hostiles sighted at Bravo. Contact at Bravo. We've got a man down. Friendly down. Nice, we just took Bravo. Hostiles coming into Bravo, face yourself! Hostiles attacking Bravo. Team member down. I'm changing my magazine!
Team member is hit. Hey, Alpha is under attack. taking Charlie. No hostiles at Charlie, guys. If you find any of their caches, destroy them. It'll disorganize them and help thin them out. Bring explosives for the caches. Hey, we're taking Alpha. Good, we just took Alpha. Lost the map. We're taking Bravo now. Lost the map. Friendly down. Team member is hit. Hostiles coming into Bravo, brace yourself! We lost a friendly. Got a casualty. You're the last one left, man. You better make some fucking moves. Nice. Hey, Alpha is under attack. Bravo is clear, we got it. I'm not seeing any hostiles.
We're taking Charlie now. Fuck, they just took Alpha. Fuck, they're everywhere, aren't they? Gotta retake that objective. No,